Hello. Notice on the screen there is an expansion. The expansion of numerals. In this case we have an external number, a 3, and two internal numbers that are multiplied, each of them on their own, by that number outside the bracket. It matches up because of BODMAS and because of the distributive law. Now what I'd like to do now is clear the screen and look at an array. So you have your array, which can be done in the form of a rectangle or some such thing. And we are going to use the number 3 again on the bracket, but this time I'm going to put a letter X and a letter Y. Now, similarly to area or multiplication of the length and the width, you can have two areas that are added together, just like a compound shape. So you have 3 times the x, which gives you 3x, and 3 times the y, which gives you 3y. And this equates to the idea of 3 times x plus y equaling 3x, which comes from 3x, and notice there's a plus in the middle, 3y. So the sum of these two items here is the same as the expansion. Now, I'd like to continue with looking at a different idea. How about so let's look at a rectangular situation again. So we have the strokes that make up a box, and we now have the numbers to put in. So we have our 3 from before. Let's add a 1 this time, doesn't matter about the dimensions. And you have a 5 here and maybe a 7 here. So if we were doing a calculation of areas, it would be 3 times 5, 3 times 7, 1 times 5, 1 times 7. So you would have 15 plus 21 plus 5 plus 7, and that gives you 48. Now, let's try that in a different way. So it's 3 and 1, 5 and 7. And we had 15, 21, 5 and 7. And you can see the familiar face of 38. Oh, sorry, 36. Okay, and 12 gives you 48. Okay, or we can do 3 plus 1, which is 4, 5 plus 7, which is 12, and 4 times 12 equals 48. So the A plus B, C plus D can follow a format known as FOIL. First, which is the first terms, AC, O, which is the outside terms, which is A and D. Notice there's a plus going on here. I, which is the inside terms, and L, which is the last terms. FOIL. Doesn't matter which way you do it, it will all work out. Now if you were looking at this in reverse, you would notice A is the factor here and B is the factor here. So therefore you could say that the common term between each of these is C and D, so you could get back what you started, A plus B, C plus D. Let's do it with a mixture of numbers and letters. And 5 plus y. So we have 3 times 5, which is 15, 5 times x, which is 5x. About that. X times y, and 3 times y. That's an example. So again, if I did it back to the box idea, you have 3 and x here, 5 and y here, so you have 15 in here, 5x here, 3y here, and xy here. Thank you very much.